I opened my father's old wallet, and what I found inside destroyed everything I thought I knew about my life. When my father died, I thought the worst was over, that the funeral in our quiet Sheffield Parish church would be the final chapter of a simple, honest life, but I was wrong. Because while packing up his things, I opened his battered old wallet and found a letter tucked deep behind a faded photo of my mother. A letter addressed not to me, but to someone named Emily. The same name as mine, and that's when the ground beneath me shifted, because the letter began, to my daughter, the one I never got to raise. I froze, my heart thudding as I read on, a confession written in trembling ink, revealing that I had a twin sister who was stolen at birth, sold to another couple when my parents were drowning in debt and fear, and raised just miles away from me, unaware of the bond we once shared in the same womb. He wrote that Mom couldn't bear the shame and that they chose to keep it buried, pretending I was their only child, and the guilt of that lie had eaten away at him every day of his life. The moment I finished reading, I collapsed onto the bed, clutching the letter like it was a lifeline and a curse, my entire childhood suddenly shrouded in betrayal. I ran to Mom's old address book, found a name circled, Claire Hughes, and after hours of online searching, I discovered a woman living in Derby with the same birth date as mine, same eyes, same damn dimple on her left cheek, and I knew it was her. I contacted her anonymously at first, terrified of what opening this box might unleash, but when we finally met, standing awkwardly at the edge of a park bench like strangers in a movie, we stared at each other as if mirrors had finally aligned, and for a long minute, neither of us spoke. Then she whispered, "I have your eyes," and I broke down. Claire had been raised believing she was adopted, always feeling like a piece was missing, and now that missing piece sat crying in front of her. We spent days unraveling the truth, finding scraps of letters, medical records, photos, and the lies of two families who tried to protect us from a pain they caused. But the real twist came when we tried to get answers from Mom, now in a care home and suffering from early onset dementia. When I sat beside her and showed her the letter, she stared at it blankly until she began mumbling the name, Anna. Not mine, not Claire's, but a third name we'd never heard. Digging deeper, we discovered something horrifying. That there hadn't been just 2 babies, but 3 triplets. One had died, or so we were told. But a hospital file revealed otherwise. The third child, Anna, had been taken in by another couple who had fled the UK shortly after. Now obsessed, we tracked down international records, and through an agency in Canada, we found her living in Toronto under a new name, unaware that she was born in England, unaware she had 2 sisters who had been broken apart by money and shame. We arranged a video call, and when Anna answered, the screen froze with all 3 of us staring in disbelief. The same face, 3 different lives. We wept, laughed, and mourned the years we lost. But not everyone wanted the past dug up. My aunt, Mom's sister, called me and begged me to let it go. Said there were things I didn't understand, and when I pushed, she confessed that it was she who orchestrated the sale of my sisters to keep our family afloat after a failed investment collapsed their finances. She had forged documents, lied to social workers, and even paid off hospital staff, and now she feared the truth would ruin what was left of our family name. I recorded everything, handed it to a solicitor, but the cost was steep. She cut ties, disowned me, and poisoned what little was left of our extended family. I didn't care. My sisters were worth more than reputation. We arranged to meet in person, all 3 of us, on our shared birthday. We stood under the gray clouds of Yorkshire, candles flickering on a cake we never thought we'd share, arms around each other, broken but whole. The wallet that once held a secret had now reunited us, and though the past still haunts me, I no longer fear it. Because the truth, no matter how devastating, gave me the family I never knew. I was missing.